Nothing like a glass of nice, clean water right from your own well.
I left a little part of the video shows that since I'm on well water, I only run my pump up to about 45 psi, and by the instructions it looks like I'm going to get it about half full. So I've got I think it's a 4-gallon tank, I'm pretty sure it is, and so it'll be about 2 gallons of drinking water whenever I need it. Before we only had a 2-gallon tank, and I believe I probably only had a gallon. That kind of makes sense, because we'd fill up a gallon jug and it would be pretty low on water. Of course, it's making water all the time whenever it's below the pressure of the pump. It's going to be making water. I have an ice maker hooked to it, and the only thing that I had to purchase besides this unit was a little T to put in a line to my ice maker. Luckily, the one that was on my old one was still good, so I used it. So I didn't actually buy anything, but if you didn't have one before, you'd have to come up with a little T, just a little plastic T that plugs in there. And it shows it in the book what you have to get. So be prepared for that if you have an ice maker and you don't already have an RO unit and you want to hook it up to the ice maker. This thing, my old one had 3 filters. It had an RO filter, and it had 2 pre-filters, a carbon and a sediment. This one has 3 pre-filters. One of them is just a sediment, and 2 of them are filters with carbon. Something I noticed really strange was, I thought it was strange, the filters that come with these are made out of coconuts. Yeah, I know. I never would have guessed that. So obviously that won't harm you. And looks good. I've drank the water out of it. This says you have to flush it, or you should flush it in case there's any taste. But I drank right out of it, and it's fine. It tastes just as good or the same as my old one. So I highly recommend this for $175. I mean, for me to put in new filters on my old one would have been more than that. So it's a good deal. Go ahead and buy one. If you get online and register it, it comes with a 1-year warranty, and if you register it, show that where you bought it, and that doubles that, so you have a 2-year warranty. I'm not sure what would go wrong with it, except maybe, I don't know. But anyway.
9/16. 9/16. Well, I finished up this job, and there's what I'm putting in there. Replaced my old Whirlpool one, and this tank is about twice as big as the original one that I had. Just fits in there, thank goodness. And I've had it on now for about, I don't know, 3-4 hours, and no leaks. I did cut out the numbers off of the replacement filters and glued them on the side of the out right here. As you can see, it has actually it has 5 filters. Got some little ones up there that don't get replaced very often, but the ones that get replaced the most often, you see the 2 and 3 are the same, but this first one is just a sediment filter. It's just a 10-inch sediment filter. So that way I can, I won't have to look for the book and everything. I can just replace them. And I like it. Now I'll turn it on here. You get a little light. It's got a nice little handle here. And it sprays right up, man. It's been on there about 3 hours. And it's making plenty of water. Nice clear water. It's just like bottled water. So if you got the time and the space, putting one of these in is great. I have well water, so I'm always leery of it, so put this filter on. My whole house goes through a filter, but this one is reverse osmosis. Interesting thing here. Look at that. I got a 4-gallon tank now. I did have a 2-gallon, and I didn't really run out of water very often, but now I should have twice as much. But basically it only fills it up. I'm going to be filling it up between 2 and 2.5 gallons, so it's only going to be a little over half full because it can't push the bladder out at 45 psi. As you can see, it was actually $175, 176, something like that. Made in U.S.A.